You watch someone close to you win, someone you actually love, someone you actually want to succeed, and somewhere underneath that happiness, that joy that you genuinely have for them, there's this quiet feeling that you're behind. And nobody talks about that part. And if you let that feeling sit there unnamed, it doesn't just fade. It actually turns into resentment toward people who never did anything wrong except maybe get a head start on where you're at. And I know this because I felt it creeping in myself and I've almost let it win. I've actually making this video because I had that feeling last night at 11 p.m. And so in this video, I'm going to be getting honest about the comparison that I'm fighting in real time right now as I start my journey while watching close friends further along in their move. And then the two words that keep pulling me out of it. And if this is our first time meeting, my name is Dorian Albritton. Welcome to the channel. This channel is about rebranding, building a new reputation, and for me, getting out of the 9 to 5 one day at a time, using YouTube as the platform that I'm choosing. So I'm gonna run through a few beliefs that I think I want to reframe, help you reframe. And so one of those beliefs is if I feel behind watching people that I love win, something's wrong with me. And that good people like myself aren't supposed to feel this. But here's the part that I had to be honest with myself about as I, started to do this and started to actually feel this. So like I said, last night I'm scrolling and I see one of my good guys, see like my boy crushing it. And he's been crushing it, mind you, like he's a champ, I actually met him maybe close to a decade ago. And I was happy for him. Like I'm always happy for him. Like he's killing it. But then I get this ache, right? And I'm only 33 years old, right? But I'm just starting my move. He's actually been doing his thing for years, and I watched him make that decision, which is funny. So seeing him doing what he's doing now, like, I'm so proud of him. But feeling that ache doesn't make me a bad friend nor a bad person, and same for you. It just makes you human. And I'm standing at the start of something while he's in the middle of where he's at. That's simply the difference in that. And loving someone's win and feeling behind at the same time isn't necessarily a contradiction. It's just what starting late looks like from the inside, and that's just the truth. The guilt about feeling it is heavier than the feeling itself. So you have to let go of the guilt first. That is the number one thing you have to do. And the second belief is that there's a timeline, or their timeline is moving faster than yours is. It's not. But I had to remind myself of something. I had to remind myself of that, right? Everything that I've seen some of my homies do, it's like they're on a different timeline, right? And for me, having people close to me who are already winning isn't proof that I'm behind. It's honestly, it's actually a blessing. Your circle's tight, right? But you're just in a different position than they are. The guys that are winning around you aren't the competition. They're the evidence that it's possible. So reframe proximity to success from threat to proof. It's proof that it can be done, right? And then the last thing is, when you have kids, when you have a family, you have kids to raise, you have a family to protect, that you don't have room for these kinds of feelings, that you just have to push through and kind of make it, it's okay. But pushing through isn't what actually pulls me out of that feeling, right? The pressure of providing, the pressure of all of the things that I need to do, it amplifies it. And sometimes every shortcoming feels louder when you look at your kids, or you look at your wife, or you look at your bills, and you're like, damn. But you can't control their timeline. They may have a head start. That's just noise in your head. You're making this noise up inside you. Therefore, I go back to the only two things that I can actually control, and maybe I can share them with you and they'll help. because you can only control the controllables. That's something my pops used to say to me. And the two things that I go to are your attitude and your gratitude. When the noise rises, and it will, your attitude and the gratitude are the only real levers that you can pull on. It's the only things that you can really control. You can't control their timeline. You can only control your attitude, how you show up on a day-to-day basis, and your gratitude, what you're grateful for within your own life already. And for me, that's always been enough. And that's allowed me to, when I do feel that ache of, damn, I'm not there. Damn, I gotta make it soon. Damn, I wanna, my guys is doing it. I'm still sitting in reverse. I'm still sitting on this part of the highway and they further along. That's all right. I'm grateful for the life that I have. And then two, I choose to not feel like I get to then switch that off and choose the attitude that I have for the day. And that's why I'm so happy for my guys and the girls that do well in my circle, that are killing it, striving, making things move, making things shake. So I hope there was a takeaway for you in this conversation today. Attitude and gratitude, man. Attitude and gratitude. If you want to look up more about those two words, I listen to, and I'm kind of yapping at the end of this video, but there are two people that I listen to heavily. One is Earl Nightingale. Fantastic. He is the magic word attitude. If you want to look up that audio, look it up on YouTube. It's fabulous. It's a fabulous audio. And then another person is Jim Rohn. Those are two people that I listen to literally daily. And they help me stay in a frame of mind that makes me realize that I get to choose my attitude and I get to be grateful for the things that I have. So enough of my yap. Appreciate you joining me for another conversation. See you tomorrow.